What up, free bosses? In this video, you're going to learn a step-by-step guide to becoming a full-time remote worker. Now, this is very basic. It's 5 steps. If you master these steps, I guarantee that you will easily be able to secure, at minimum, a $70,000 annual salary. So let's jump into it with step number 1. So step number 1, learn how to write blogs. Learn how to write engaging blogs that are SEO friendly and they're formatted in a way so that when you write this blog, wherever you post it is going to get good search rankings in Google and Bing and all the other search results. Now, once you start to get good at writing blogs and writing articles and things like that, then you can expand to step number 2. But first, just master step number 1, learn how to write the best blogs, the best articles, be engaging, be entertaining, learn all the things that you need to know about writing the best blogs as far as brainstorming topics, brainstorming titles and keywords and stuff. The best titles are going to get the most clicks and the most reads. So that's where you really want to start when you're writing a blog, I would say, is start with an engaging, awesome title headline and then brainstorm everything out from there. But again, step number 1, master blog writing. Step number 2, master sales copy. So sales copy is different than blog copy because typically blog copy is going to be very content-ish, very entertaining, engaging. Sales copy is going to still be very entertaining and engaging, but you have a goal. At the end of all this copy, you want them to convert, you want them to take action, you want them to do something. So when you're writing your sales copy, you're taking them down this journey because you know your end result, your end goal is X. Right? So you're walking them through this customer journey. So when you're learning sales copy, you want to really learn and get very familiar with the customer journey. And the customer journey is basically what the customer, the prospect, needs to hear in order to feel comfortable buying from this company. So typically they need trust, they need to find the company credible, they need to see the company as an authority, they need to know that this company will deliver them value and come through on their word and deliver on the promise that they're making. So when you're creating this customer journey, there's a format that I have called the 7-step sales letter, and it's basically a way that you can follow this format to walk them through this customer journey to then be able to get that call to action at the end. So just a really quick high-level overview summary of what this customer journey would be is first you want to grab their attention. You want to hook them in and make a promise. Make a promise that you can help them in some way. Then you want to talk about the different pain points that they may be experiencing. Pain points that you have experienced or pain points and problems that your clients or past customers have experienced as well. So you want to bring up these pain points. Then you want to introduce the solution and the benefits and how easy the solution is and how fast it is to come to the solution and find these results. Next step is future casting. So you say, just imagine if you had half of these results. Imagine if you could blank, 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 right? So you want to put them in that frame of mind. Then the next step is social proof. So now you're actually proving that you've helped people in the past or that you actually know what you're talking about. You want to prove that you can fulfill on that promise that you're making. Then you want to stack the offer. So now you actually tell them the offer. So this is what I'm going to offer you. I have a program where I do XYZ for you, blah, blah, blah. So you tell them the whole offer, you stack the offer, you make the offer seem so huge and like they're getting such a large value for their money. Then you introduce the scarcity, saying, hey, this offer isn't available for long. I only work with a certain amount of people. And then you have your guarantee, which is like, hey, if you don't like it, if you opt in and do this and you don't like it, you're going to get your full money back. And then you have your final call to action saying, so go ahead and take action now, opt into my program or buy this product or join our trial offer, all that kind of stuff. So that's just the basic sales letter. But step number 2, learn sales copy. Step number 3, building landing pages. So once you have your blog writing and your articles, then you have your sales copy. Now you're going to be learning landing pages, and this is where you're going to put all of your sales copy. So I would recommend learning WordPress, learning ClickFunnels, maybe even learning Shopify as well. But this is where you're going to stash all of that copy that you're now learning. So you want to put it all on landing pages, and you want to learn how to structure these landing pages so that when they read A, B, C, D, they go through the different sections of the landing pages, it's coming to them at the right time. And that goes back to the sales letter that I just talked about, is like you structure your landing page in that way where it's like A, then they go to step B, then they go to step C. So you figure out what is the best layout for your landing page, and how you want to position all the different media, where you want to put the opt-in form, how you want to structure the copy and the wording. If you're not familiar with what copy is, basically it's just wording. Where you want to put the images, what kind of images, do you want to put GIFs, do you want to put videos, what kind of videos can you put where. So it's all about structuring the landing page and experimenting with different types of wording and copy to ultimately get you the highest amount of conversions. So that when you know, hey, if we send 100 people to this landing page, then 10 of them are going to opt in, or 40 of them are going to opt in. And that's going to give you a conversion rate of 10% or 40%. So learning landing pages, at this point, once you've mastered step 3, then you should have the first 2 steps down. So, I mean, with knowing this kind of stuff, you probably could be making anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 annually being a remote worker just offering these services. Step number 4 is email marketing. So now that you have step number 1, 2, and 3 down, email marketing is the follow-up. And that's what's going to help you once they opt into your landing page, or they opt into one landing page, then you want to actually upsell them and get them to actually purchase something. That's what you can use emails for. So in email marketing, you can obviously do the blast. That's something that everybody probably gets in their inbox, right? It's just the normal message blast sent to all the subscribers, and it's just like an update. But where email marketing is really effective is when you create automation sequences. So if they opt in on day 1, then let's say that they get that email on day 1, but then the next day they get email number 2. And then they get email number 3, and making sure that the prospect opens email number 1 and then actually opens email number 2, and then maybe you have them act on email number 2 where they click here to go over here to watch this video to learn more. Or, structuring them around in another funnel. Email is a great way to kind of push them along in the sales process, as well as take them through that sales letter. As far as, email number 1, maybe you're just grabbing their attention and you're bringing their attention to the problem. Email number 2, maybe you're introducing the solution to that problem that you introduced the previous day. Then email number 3, blah, 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 you get the picture. So that's where email marketing is really cool, is when you create these sequences and these automation funnels, basically, where if they click this, then this happens. If they get this, then this happens. If they open this, then this happens. So it's kind of like a bunch of if-then statements. With email marketing, the main goal is to hold their attention and keep their attention over the long term. So you don't want to be too salesy. You don't want to spam them out, because what's going to happen is if you spam them out or they get annoyed with you, they're going to either unsubscribe or they're just going to no longer open your emails, and it's just going to go straight to the junk folder or the trash can when it comes in. So you really want to create this relationship where anytime that they get an email from you, they're excited to open it and then consume the content and then act on it. That's really the main goal with email marketing, is to get them excited to get your email so that the next time they get it, and every time they get it, they open it, they share it, they click on it, they just consume all that content, and they just love your email. So you really want to put out some great content with email marketing. There's a lot to learn there. So the last and final step is step number 5, which is Facebook ads. Now, this is definitely probably the most difficult and most complex one. And this is basically learning how to run traffic. Basically, clients will be investing their money with you, trusting that you know how to spend this money better than they do or better than somebody else would. So they're going to invest thousands of dollars with you to say, hey, make this money duplicate, make this $1,000 turn into $3,000 in revenue that comes in. So you're going to want to learn how to run Facebook ads, how to structure your sales funnel using Facebook ads, how to introduce the product or introduce the brand to that first touch point type of person, somebody that's never seen this brand before. You want to have your first touch point ad, have them consume a certain amount of information, then follow up with that person through retargeting, whether they watched a certain percentage of the video, they clicked on the ad, they visited a landing page, what landing page they visited, all that kind of stuff. So you can do all this crazy stuff with Facebook ads. But again, once you master all these 5 steps, I guarantee you, or your money back, that you will be able to make a minimum of $70,000 a year annually. And each of these steps is definitely going to take some time. I would say learning Facebook ads, mastering Facebook ads, and getting really good at Facebook ads is probably going to take the most amount of time, and it's probably going to yield you the most profit. But I wouldn't say, and you're hearing that and you're probably like, oh, well, then I'll just start there. No, don't start there, because all this other stuff is the foundation of it. So sales copy. You need to use your sales copy inside your Facebook ads. And you need to use your sales copy on your landing pages. And if you're driving traffic to a landing page that has horrible sales copy, it's not going to convert anybody, and you're actually just going to be wasting your client's money because you're spending this money to get people to this landing page. But if you haven't mastered landing pages yet, then you're just going to be wasting their money, right? So with Facebook ads, you really want to invoke emotion. You want to be able to drive sales at a very low cost for your client. You want to be able to grab attention, drive engagement, getting people to like, share, and comment on these ads. And then you also want to follow up with them. So have a good plan of like, after they see ad number 1, how can I follow up with them to show them ad number 2, ad number 3, ad number 4, to then get them to purchase somewhere between ad number 2 and 4 if they don't already purchase on ad number 1. Then it's also, if they do purchase on ad number 1, how do I exclude them so that I don't annoy them and keep running ads to them? So Facebook ads is definitely a very complex thing. Each of these steps is pretty complex, but it is definitely worth mastering because, again, you will be a remote worker, you will be able to work from home, and I'm very, very certain that you will be able to make a minimum of $70,000 a year annually working from home, being your own boss, and being a free boss. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you were able to take away some little golden nugget from it, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.